Go ahead. You give me
I'm
your
on
real.
Jess side all the way.
Oh, you on Jess side. Okay,
I'm on Jess side.
Okay. It came off to me is that Loren has a job there.
Right.
And she's a producer, but she probably has her hands in multiple
In
pots.
a lot of things, yeah.
But
She's the senior producer,
right.
yeah.
But because she is so good at her job
Yeah.
on air and has many sources, remember she's branding herself as a journalist.
Yeah.
They probably just just plop her down because
Yeah.
they probably didn't know they needed her.
Here we go.
Money, making crap for money.
All right. Are you familiar with what's going on with this Breakfast Club situation right now with Jess Hilarious and Loren LaRosa?
Yes. Okay.
Whose side you on?
I won't pick a side because I don't want to.
I already picked my side.
Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? F it. Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. 'Cause I'm gonna be diplomatic.
And
okay?
I'm asking. Only reason why I'm asking is because you are in the media industry,
Right. But let me give my opinion first.
Yeah.
On like the whole thing. First of all, it was good to watch.
It was really good entertainment. Yes,
it was good to watch.
People talk so I don't know why they didn't do this in the back office. No, I'm glad they did it on air.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'll start with Jess Hilarious.
Okay.
What I feel bad about and feel sorry for her about, hear me out, okay, is she clearly has some feelings.
Yeah.
And she didn't know how to express them properly. And
That's true. Yep.
And so I could see the frustration in her and see how her frustration was boiling because she didn't know how to express her frustration and properly. And I feel as though she feels unseen.
Mm-hmm.
But you also cannot express your feelings the wrong way, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times how you feel, just people don't care because it's how you go about doing it. Now, Loren LaRosa is a journalist.
Yes.
Loren LaRosa, I don't know this to be true, okay? But in my mind, she was hired as a producer
Yep.
for the show.
Which nobody knew. I mean, I didn't know until just went on her rant that she was hired
Right.
as a producer.
But she had her own goal of sitting at that table with headphones and the mic.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't, that was probably her goal.
Yeah.
You know, like I would love, I'm going to do what I wanted. I want to sit in that seat.
Yeah.
But not to take her job, not to be shady about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be that damn good
Yep.
at what I do. And I'm going to put it out there. And it came to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I follow her on social media. I follow them both on social media. And I've been a fan. I mean, I've been a fan of Jess with a Mess. Like, this is like old.
She been really.
This has been around. This ain't new.
Yeah.
Like the real hardcore Jess with the Mess, that's been years. So she is like, that's really, and it's funny.
Yeah.
I've been following Loren LaRosa for a while now. And like one thing I appreciate about her is that you clearly see her building her own brand as a journalist who really has her foot in Black media. And so she is just in her own lane and just happened to just have, in my mind, a goal to be in this space. And through her own hard work and her own talent, it came to her.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I'm guessing that behind the scenes with the communication, it made everything just not mix properly. I'm assuming that, you know, one person felt like, well, I deserve to be here. Maybe somebody else feels like, I ain't saying you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
But how you got here just ain't right.
Yeah.
With all this.
Well, look.
That was my best way of putting it together very diplomatically. Go ahead. You give me
I'm
your
on
real.
Jess side all the way.
Oh, you on Jess side. Okay,
I'm on Jess side.
Okay.
I'm on her side. Like you said, I feel like she did not articulate it very well because you went live on Instagram and started ranting about your coworkers, like your very public job. Yeah. Like you started running them through the mud. I thought that was unprofessional. And then you go on the next morning and after the unprofessionalness, I'm like, dang, just like you wilding out right now. But looking at the show in that morning of how they all kind of like were talking to Jess about it, it honestly felt like they were a little bit gaslighting her. Like she was like, yo, if my segment is just with the mess, why is Loren saying the segment? Why is she in my seat? I picked her to sit in my seat so that I could go on maternity leave. I come back, she's still here in my seat. Nobody explained anything to me. I just came back and she was still here. And that's just raw, real. Y'all should have kicked it to me a little. We should have had a conversation about it. But Loren, I don't have no ill will. I honestly, if that was me, I would have probably did the same thing. It's not my fault that they want me in the seat. They want me in it. I've worked my whole life for this, my whole journalistic career for this moment. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, I'm sorry you feel some type of way, but it's here. And it was funny because I know Jess, when she had came into the Breakfast Club, I guess Loren was getting on the elevator and Loren like shut the elevator door in her face.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they talked about it. And Jess was like, yeah, like I know you feeling some type of way because you shut the elevator door in my face. And Loren was like, hey, I ain't know what you was on. Like, because that's how Jess carried it. Like, I didn't like the way that she carried it online, because it's like, now you got to come to work and see these people.
And I think the issue with that situation of how Jess handled it, her co-hosts are looking at her like,
yeah.
So it's like they probably were gaslighting her. That's your words, not mine.
Yeah.
But they were probably like, girl. That's not how you handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you had a problem with how things were, what you do is either you go to HR, you hire an employment lawyer, you handle it, you incorporate
you handle
America,
it the right way. Yeah.
And so the thing about I felt bad with Jessica. I told you, the way she handled it, it just looked like a jealous girl who jealous of another black girl.
Yeah.
That's all it looks like. You don't want nobody else in your space. But it's like, Jess may have had a legit reason.
Yeah.
But like, Jess is of social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she became famous. And so it's like, you can't just run to social media and go live and just be just like, you can't, like, you have a corporate America job now.
I will say the principal, I'm all there for it. I'm all there for the principal. It is weird, though, that nobody knew Loren was the executive producer. And Loren said it herself. She's like, I'm the producer. You're my talent. Okay. Yeah. And Jess is like, so why are you here? And he became a point in the segment where somebody said, oh, Loren does this. And then I think somebody else was like, no, she does that. And Charlamagne was like, that's the problem. None of us know what Loren does. Yeah. Like, it kind of brought it all together for me. And Jess was like, finally, like, because, you know, the way she was articulating it was coming off.
You know what it was from the outside looking in?
Yeah.
It came off to me is that Loren has a job there. Right. And she's a producer, but she probably has her hands in multiple
pots. A lot of things, yeah.
But
she's a senior producer,
right.
Yeah.
But because she is so good at her job on air and has many sources, remember she's branding herself as a journalist. Yeah. They probably just like just plop her down because they probably didn't know they needed her.
Right.
The people who probably own the bosses, you know how somebody can say I had no idea I needed you in my life. Mm-hmm. You know, it probably realized we didn't know we needed her. Yeah. It's kind of and probably when the comments were showing, cause trust me, I saw all the comments saying, baby, give Loren this job. And of course, throwing Jess under the bus saying, why is Jess, because, you know, Jess brings the comedic
relief.
But, I remember, people don't watch the news anymore, okay?
Yep.
So they're looking at social media and other outlets to give the news. What did Loren bring? The news.
Yes.
And she didn't bring just the news. She brought, my sources say this is going on. So people are looking to her like, oh, wow, you bring in the news and the source. I mean,
she's from TMZ,
right, and not just the news in Iraq, but baby, the news about who the real tea with so and so,
literally standing outside Wendy's hotel room.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I think she really became big, because it's and Wendy confirmed that on the show, so it's you know, these celebrities, you bring us the news that we care about. Yeah, most people who listen to the Breakfast Club or watch the YouTube version are watching the big top 3 blogs, Neighborhood Talk, Shade Room. Yeah. And so Loren is giving us that news we care about. Yeah. Like the black media news. Mm-hmm. And so it's Jess may say a few jokes here and there, but it's okay, girl. But what's happening with Wendy Williams? You know, that's cute. Thank you. You know, haha. But y'all, Loren said Wendy Williams. Yeah. And so I feel like they probably were okay, we need her. Yeah. We know we needed her. We need her. Okay,
I agree. Now. No, I agree. I agree. Like I said, no shade to Loren.